Hi, it's Ingrid here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about where the inspiration for a new body of work came from and share with you some of that work. I thought I'd just explain how this work's come about, and then I'll share with you some of the paintings. Several years ago I set myself the challenge to visit and spend time on all of the inhabited islands around the British Isles. I didn't realise quite how many there were when I set the challenge, because there's lots and lots. So I am just gradually working my way through each year and doing 1, 2 or 3, depending how many I can do in the year. This year I've been really fortunate and I visited 4 islands. I've spent 2 weeks up in Scotland in the summer. And when I'm on an island, my criteria for each island is to spend time on the island, to get a feel for the island, try and see as much as possible, rather than a tick in a box exercise. It isn't, oh, spend half an hour, quickly walk around, I've done that island. That's not what I'm after. I want to get a feel for the individuality of each island. So when I'm on the islands, I have, this is my island sketchbook, my lovely big Saunders Waterford sketchbook. It's beautiful, it's really large and lovely. In here I sketch out and about at least 1, sometimes 2 or 3 sketches for each island. And another thing that I do, I'm not quite sure how I came up with the idea, but I like to send back a postcard from each island. So I write it whilst there and post it, and then when I get home I've got the postcard and I pop it in. So here's one that I did on Kerra. Sent the postcard back and popped it in. And in here I also like to record a little bit about the island, the population, the size of the island, when we went, dates and that sort of thing. And I also keep a journal, and I write in here again things that I notice, things that we do, about every individual island that we go to, so that I've got a real personal record of my time on the islands. So you might think that the paintings come directly from a plein air sketch, but they don't, not for me. What I'm aiming for, as I've mentioned, is getting a feel for the place. And this year we went up to Scotland and we spent a week by Loch Awe, and then we were able to go over and visit the small islands of Kerra and Lismore and spend some time on those, and they were lovely, just on foot, walking, really, really super. We did have 4 seasons in a day on Kerra. It was baking hot and gorgeous and still and calm, and then I just sat down to sketch on a beach and the heavens opened and I got absolutely soaked. And then after that we went over to Islay and spent a week on Islay. It's a large island. I needed more time there to really sort of see as much as possible, and we were really lucky. The weather was super while we were there. And we also spent time on Jura. So this year I've done 4 islands, so that's wonderful. And the things that I came away with from this year's visits was the fact that the weather was still and calm, so we had wonderful reflections, and the heather was in full flower. So everywhere we went there seemed to be little blankets and cushions of pink and purple. And then finally, because it was clear, we were quite lucky with the weather. We did have some cloud and we did have some rain, especially overnight, but in the daytime it was bright. So we got really lovely vibrant colours. Went in September, got vibrant colours of the heather and the landscape, and then just soft clouds just tipping the top of the mountains and the hills in the distance. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You could tell I really enjoyed it. So this body of work that I'm just about to show you has come from there. They're the things that I've tried to incorporate in the paintings. So have a look at them. See what you think. Hopefully you can see where the inspiration behind this work has come from. I'm trying to give the feeling of being in the landscape rather than a specific time and place. But yeah, I'll show you the work now. There's more in this body of work, more of the landscapes. I've just shared with you 4 that I've collected from the framers. These have actually now gone off to the Ferrers Gallery at Staunton Harold, which is lovely. But there are more paintings. But I hope you found it interesting. See the insight behind paintings, and how perhaps a body of work develops. And of course, this will be different from one artist to another. This is just how I'm working at the moment. That'll probably change in the future, but at the minute I enjoy trying to capture the feeling of a place. So I do hope you've enjoyed it and found it interesting. Thanks ever so much for joining me, and I'll catch up again soon.